So first of all, welcome. I'm Raphael. This is Leon. We are both with Superchat and partner of RecConnect. So we'll walk you through this webinar today. It's actually the first one we do with RecConnect. So yeah, really excited to be here today. And yeah, just quickly a quick overview why actually WhatsApp, and especially why WhatsApp in the recruiting space. So I think most of the things you probably already know, and I'm sure that a lot of you already use WhatsApp when it comes to recruiting. But one of the main reasons is what the adoption and convenience is just extreme. Everyone has WhatsApp on their phones nowadays. Everyone uses WhatsApp, and it's immediate and direct communication. It can also be very personalized. You have a lot of options to actually automate specific processes, and automate responses and use bots, for example. It has that multimedia capabilities, which is great to WhatsApp, and much more. We will touch base on a couple of these features now, but I think these are like the main reasons why WhatsApp is so powerful in business and specifically in the recruiting space. Just a quick overview of how Superchat and recruiting can sit together, basically, or where the leverage comes. Is first of all specifically automate the application funnel. So this is WhatsApp automations we'll show you in a second. Then as well, campaigns via WhatsApp. So we call it a WhatsApp newsletter, where you can actually bulk message to people via WhatsApp. So just imagine email newsletter on WhatsApp. So you can imagine how much higher conversion rates and opening rates are. Then you also have click to chat ads, for example, and more. Also a really interesting use case if you have paid advertisement, how to actually leverage WhatsApp for that. And then also streamlining all different recruiting channels into one place, which makes work more efficient and helps you as a recruiting company to work more efficiently and to use those different communication channels all from one place. So yeah, this is just a quick picture of how this could look like. So let me actually show you Superchat and how you could use it in the recruiting industry. So to give you a quick overview, I'm now logged in via the web. So Superchat is a cloud-based application. You can use it from all over the world with several people at the same time. We have a desktop app or smartphone app as well. So, you can use it from all different devices. But just, for the sake of the demo, I'm logged in via the web now and can monitor all my messages. You can already see here, this is like this universal inbox. You can receive different channels in here. So we can receive WhatsApp messages in here, email messages in here, even Telegram, Instagram messages, Facebook messengers, all in one place for you to monitor it, especially if you are a bigger team. It's just easier, to keep an overview. You can even see here, I have several inboxes here. So you might even want to connect more than one WhatsApp number, for example. So you have different ways to actually structure your account here and to set up your account. Now, what we have done is we've actually created a specific automation. So what I would ask you to do now is, if you guys could scan this QR code, so this will actually show you how an automation could look like. So feel free to scan this QR code, send the first message that is already pre-written, and just experience it for yourself. Message in the live chat if you have issues with that. I will share link if the QR code doesn't work, but I already see new messages. And yeah, I'll just hold it for a while, and then what I'll do is, I'll copy this link here, put it in the live chat in case someone needs it at a later stage. So this link is the same as if scanning a QR code. Perfect. So yeah, let's go back to the inbox. So you can see here already people are going through that automation. Where are we? Perfect. So for example, Maria, great. You're going through this automation flow, and you see as well. Exactly. Perfect. I'll just let you experience it a bit before I talk too much. So yeah. Perfect. So what you basically can see here is, what we did is, if I go back to automation, we built a flow of different messages that are fully automated. And what we did here is we have this automation builder within Superchat where we can set up everything we need. So for example, we said new incoming message. filter for the message content. Everyone that just went through that automation was added to a specific list. So we can also now create several lists of people we want to maybe retarget at a later stage. And you got the first message that asks you, hi, first name, thanks for getting in touch. Are you looking to hire or searching for new work opportunities? Now, depending on what you selected here, so whether you said hiring or job seeking, you received a different message. So hiring took you up the first path. So let me scroll up here and moved you to the inbox. Hiring, it assigned you to the conversation and it sent you the next message, for example. If you would have clicked on job offering or job seeking, it would have taken you to a different message. It would have moved you to a different inbox now, and it would have sent you a different message again. What sector are you in, etc. So we built this automation. We built this quite like straightforward, and we only gave you two options here, so we kept it as simple as possible. Obviously, you could also, have 5 different options here. Depending on what option you select, you'll see the different message, etc. The good thing is here, we have always overview of all the messages coming in, of everything that you are clicking on, for example. So as you can see, everyone who went through the hiring path came into the hiring inbox. So we have here Ryan, Maria, John, and myself, or someone went through the job seeking path. So Liz and Leon, you both clicked on job seeking, so you were put into a different inbox. And how can that also be used, for example, if you have, let's say, 2 people working for the company, one taking care of the hiring side of things and one taking care of the job seeking side of things. You could also automatically assign specific employees to specific inboxes, for example, to have a better overview. Just important to note as well, I can also go into these chats and manually message. So I could say, hi, Ryan. Ryan, I'm sorry, you'll be the one I'm testing it with. Pressing send, and you receive a normal WhatsApp message saying, hi, Ryan. So this is really important. This is not fully automated in a way that you manually don't have any options, but this is like this combination of manually messaging via WhatsApp and having these automations to help you with that. So yeah, Ryan already messaged back, hi, hey, it comes in here. Ryan itself doesn't even know I'm using Superchat. For Ryan, it's a normal WhatsApp conversation. And for us, we are using Superchat. So yeah, these are those automations that you can fully build. And yeah, this was like the first feature we wanted to show. What I would say is, do you have any specific questions? Feel free to drop them in the live chat. If not, I would just show you the next feature that could be really relevant. So yeah, let's just keep it I'll keep the live chat open for 1 minute, and then Leon will be happy to reply. If it's a more complicated question, we are also happy to actually invite you on stage so you can actually share it with you. If not, I'll show you the next feature, and then we can have a proper Q&A for all the features combined. Perfect. Then let me show you a second feature, which is up here, and we call basically the WhatsApp newsletter. What the WhatsApp newsletter does is it allows you to bulk message to people. And for example, we can do the following. So let's go up here to campaigns, and let's set up a new campaign. And let's call this campaign, for example, new job offering. Now we create a template. In our case, we already Leon and I already created a template in advance. So I'll use a template that I already have in my library. So for example, recruiting webinar, this is like the template we're going to send out for this campaign. And now let's press continue. In this next step, I can use filters to look for specific people if I want to target them. And what I can do here is, for example, I can filter for specific labels, etc., or contact lists. So let's actually filter for contact lists in a recruiting webinar as an example. And now you see everyone who went through that automation was automatically assigned to that one contact list. So I can now bulk message you here, 7 contacts selected, press continue, and now I have 2 options, either send out immediately or schedule it for a later time. Let's just send it out now, press send, that's it. So now I have sent out basically a WhatsApp newsletter to 7 people at the same time that are all part of one group of people. In this case, I filtered for list. I could have also filtered for labels. I could have filtered for inboxes, etc. And all 7 of you should have received this specific newsletter now. Important to note, because we use the WhatsApp API, we are GDPR compliant. What does that mean, however? There are a couple of differences to normal WhatsApp. You can't have WhatsApp groups here, because what happens in a group, all people would see each other's numbers. So the way this campaigns feature works is all of you received individual messages. So all 7 of you basically receive now an individual message. You don't know that someone else received it as well. And this basically is like an email newsletter just on WhatsApp. And yeah, I can even here, just to give you an idea here, I can even have analytics on my newsletter. I can see 3 people already read my newsletter. If I scroll down, who read it, those 3 people already read it. Might not be fully up to date because it might take a couple of seconds. But yeah, so I have also an analytics funnel here of how many people actually read my newsletter. And yeah, what I did as well, I added call to action buttons. So apply now should take you straight to our careers page. Obviously, in your case, you could put whatever link you want. Give us a call, would actually dial my number. You could give us a call. Obviously, in your case, you could have your number. You don't need those buttons. This is just, to drive conversion rates again and to make it, more engaging. So yeah, this is basically how easy it is to send out a bulk messaging and newsletter via WhatsApp to all your candidates, to all potential candidates, to companies that are looking for candidates. And yeah, so this is already this WhatsApp newsletter feature that we were talking about. Really, really powerful. So yeah, any questions or any specific questions to that specific feature?
Also, I think Ryan messaged earlier. Maybe it's just good to clear up for everyone. Of course, what we're showing you right now is our WhatsApp profile. So it's having our picture, our name, everything along those lines. Of course, if you were to use this or any company using this, they would set up their WhatsApp profile to their liking through Superchat. So it'd have your logo, your name, your picture, everything to your own, however you would set it up essentially. It won't have any mention of Superchat, anything along those lines. You're just using Superchat as the system, essentially.
Exactly. And what's great even here, we could even connect landline numbers. So if you have a landline number as for your agency, we could even connect this number as your WhatsApp number. So basically you have the same number for receiving calls and for actually sending out WhatsApp messages. So yeah, just one last thing, or the last thing that I think is really exactly, and this is exactly, Ryan, great that you mentioned that. This is the thing I wanted to actually mention now. So we have an open API, or you can connect via Zapier or Make. So great, Ryan. So this is really interesting as well. I'm sure you use different CRM systems. What we hear a lot in the recruiting space is Soho CRM. A lot of recruiting agencies also use HubSpot, for example, Salesforce, Pipedrive. All of these, so we can be connected via Zapier or the Open API directly to Superchat, so you can even fully automate specific things. Example, typical use case could be new lead comes in, send automatic WhatsApp message, or new lead comes in, send automatic WhatsApp message asking for a CV, for example, or lead status changes, update the lead via a WhatsApp message, for example. So you have a lot of different ways how you can automate even further via the API or Zapier Make to connect the CRM with Superchat. You can then also synchronize, for example, contacts, etc., in order to make it easier for you to work for those two platforms interchangeably, basically. And this is where really the power lies, and where the efficiency comes to place. One last thing I just wanted to show you in this general inbox is, and this is especially more relevant if you have bigger teams, is those features here that you can do. So I can also assign the chat to my colleagues. Leon is the only one here in my space, so that's why there's not many people to assign them to. But if you have 10 employees, you could assign specific chats to specific employees. I can label people here as well. So this is as done, the automation labeled automatically, but I could also manually label specific people here. And for example, what I can do as well is, Ryan, let's say the conversation is completed now. I just press done here, and you see the message disappears. However, it doesn't get deleted. What actually happened? You were just moved into done inbox. If Ryan, if you would message me now again, it would open up in the open inbox automatically, or I can just manually press open here, and it moves back into the open inbox. This is for you as well to keep a better overview. Where's an open conversation? Where do you still have to reply to? You can also make notes here. So if I press on note and say, for example, follow up with Ryan, I could even tag my I could tag my colleagues here as well. Compose. Yellow means it stays internal. So this is an internal note-taking system, basically, so you can exchange notes within your team, within your company. That the recruit or the candidate will never receive this yellow bit, basically. And what is great as well is you have a template library here. So if you have the typical replies that, that if you get the same question 10 times a day, you can just pull it up and then send out specific templates directly without having to type that anymore, just making your life much, much easier. And yeah. So yeah, guys, this was basically it from the demo presentation. We'll open the Q&A session now. Feel free to drop us just a quick message in the chat. We'll invite you as a guest onto the stage, and then you can ask your questions and we can go into more details.
What I would say, instead of actually typing out the message on the thing, just raise your hand really quickly or put an emoji with your raised hands, and we can invite you to the stage and actually do it as an interactive one-on-one where we actually speak to you. I would say that's probably the best thing.
Exactly. Then I'll just send you an invite.
Yeah. And I think John touched on something really important earlier as well. It doesn't matter what type of number you're using. They all can be imported into Superchat. Just to give you a bit of context on us, we focus predominantly on the German and the UK market. Ironically as well, John, it seems like that's the two markets that you're kind of in as well. So we've got a lot of customers in Germany using German numbers. We've got a lot in the UK, things like that.
Hi, Andrew. Yes, there's access to a recording. We'll share the recording with you afterwards, so don't worry at all. Exactly. And exactly. Perfect. I'm just also looking live chat. John, apologies. Exactly. And Maria, exactly, great. Leon, you already replied. So yes, you can import a CSV file if you don't connect. So this is as well, I think, a really important thing to mention. Yes, it's great, you can connect to CRM, but especially smaller companies, and especially, if you have 2 or 3 employees, oftentimes it makes more sense to actually keep them separate, because first of all, it saves money, plus it's just much simpler, so you can always import contacts into the CRM system, from the CRM into Superchat. You can use Superchat basically next to the CRM without integrating them. We even have a lot of customers, especially in the recruiting space, who use Superchat as like a WhatsApp CRM, because at the end of the day, you have everything you need in here. Oftentimes, what we saw with in the recruiting industry, is that a lot of those CRMs that are out there are often too complicated. And oftentimes, not only are they too expensive, but they have too many features that are not actually needed. So often we have a lot of, especially smaller recruiting agencies, that use Superchat also as their CRM, because you have a whole database here as well. You can do everything here. So this might also be of interest if you say, you know what, we are looking for a very simple CRM. That might even be, a great way, to start before, maybe upgrading to like a proper CRM that has all those extra features that the CRM can offer. Is there benefit to Superchat to post our integrated chatbot?
Yeah, so the chatbot question is really, really important here, because I think that when you take chatbots into account versus WhatsApp chatbots, there's one key differentiator, and that chatbots normally require people to stay on the website in order to have a communication or conversation with you. The benefit of WhatsApp is if that someone uses the web chat on the website, which we have as well, you can put it up, people can write through WhatsApp, it saves the lead as it saved your numbers earlier for future communications. So if someone leaves the website, you can still message them and have a conversation with them down the line, still send them out newsletters, job offerings, things like that. Whereas on the other side, if they only use a chatbot, the moment they leave the website, you do lose that lead. And that's really important. We actually offer a chatbot solution as well. And we have actually taken it off our website. We only use WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, because it allows us to save the leads for further communications down the line as well.
Exactly. Perfect. John, just to answer your question, I recently had a customer doing that, worked really well. What the customer did is, specifically new lead came in, sent automatic WhatsApp message. So that's how the customer used Zapier for Windsor CRM. So absolutely, we have a customer that uses that. And yeah, Maria, to answer your question, absolutely. So theoretically, there's no limit of WhatsApp numbers you can put into Superchat. So, you know, if you are a team of 20 people and you want everyone to have their own number, absolutely. You can even assign admin rights. So you can say one person who owns one number only sees their messages. However, the CEO, for example, sees all 20 numbers, for example. Every company does it how they want. For example, we also have a lot of customers who have one number for 3 employees. As an example, completely up to you how you would like to do it. Other companies do one number for general inquiries, one for sales, one for marketing, etc. For recruiting, oftentimes one international number, one German speaking number, one English speaking number. So you have different ways to do it, basically. Completely up to you. And I think it always depends on how you would like to basically structure it, how you would like to build up your account. Exactly. I think one thing I just want to mention in general as well, I forgot to mention, is that as well, we are also happy to help with these specific setups. So if someone says, I would like to integrate with our CRM, but you don't absolutely have no idea how to do it, we have also different ways to help you there. And onboarding is always fully included and fully free. We also have always ongoing customer support, and we can always assist. But yeah, so just to let you know as well, if you say, looks great, we know our CRM connects via Zapier, but we have absolutely no idea how to do it, don't worry, there's still a way that we can also do it for you. Exactly. And yes, we have quite a lot of customers who integrate with Dynamics. Actually, yesterday I had a customer who integrated with Dynamics. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and John, really good point there. So we have an app on the phone as well. So essentially what it looks like to get a Superchat account set up is that you would import the phone numbers that you want to use. This doesn't mean that every single user within Superchat needs to have an individual phone number. You could have it as maybe 1 to 5 for the business, however many you want. And simply when you're writing out a message through Superchat using the app, so everyone has the app on their phone, they have user access, they can choose which number to write from. So for example, let's pretend that there is a German team. There is a German phone number set up for the German team. They would always write through the German number. And this is kind of going back to what Raf mentioned. You have users and admins, and users are locked into the inboxes and the phone numbers that they can use, whereas admins can jump between. They can see all the conversations that are going on. They can actually have analytics into team performance, for example, first response, things like that. And they could have a look basically from a managerial top to bottom focal point where you can see where things are going right, where things are going wrong when it comes to WhatsApp communications or online communications in general, let's say.
And I think that's as well the real difference basically to WhatsApp Business, because we use the WhatsApp API. You're not limited, for example, to 4 people only using a number. So because it's cloud-based, you could have 50 employees theoretically using one number, theoretically. So again, you have a lot of different ways how you could do it depending on what makes most sense for your company.
And I think the saving point as well is that everyone has access to it through the Superchat app on the phone. So everyone uses the same phone number from the business that they're selected for. They're not using their individual phone numbers, as I know some recruiting companies have that issue where, all of the people working within the business are using their own personal WhatsApp numbers. Now, the issue with that, as you can imagine, is GDPR compliance. When you use your own personal WhatsApp number for business communications, it doesn't follow GDPR compliances. However, the benefit of Superchat, everyone uses the same number, the number that they're selected for, and it's all GDPR compliant conversations as well, where the managers can see exactly what's going on within the business communications. There's no conversation slipping through the cracks because someone's using their own personal WhatsApp to converse with a potential candidate, or vice versa, a potential client as well.
Perfect. Any other questions?
Yeah, and also I understand we have an hour set apart for this. I think also it is nearing up to lunchtime for some people. So if you guys do want to also, if there aren't any more questions down the line as well, feel free to say. We can always cut it a bit early. I think that's in the beginning of the week to have shorter meetings saves up a bit of time as well. But whatever works best for you guys.
What I'll do now as well, just to let you know, I'll pull up a QR code where you can book a follow-up call if you want it with us. This will be either me or Leon, so this will be evenly distributed. So we have created a specific calendar link just for this webinar. This is like we can have an individual demo again, discussing your specific use case and having a look, at the specific pricing, etc. just to let you know as well, as Simon already knows, we have a specific also RecConnect offer as well. So when it comes to the pricing, if you join via this link, you'll have a better package. So let me just quickly show that, and then
thanks. Also, Maria, really quickly, just so we don't leave any questions left through the gaps. Microsoft Teams, it wouldn't be like a pop-up within the actual software of Microsoft Teams itself. However, again, we do have integration with Microsoft Teams, so everything reflecting from Microsoft Teams can reflect over to Superchat as well.
Exactly. So yeah, guys, feel free to scan this QR code, book a call with us for whenever it's best for you. And then we can, discuss your individual business, your individual inquiry, and we can have a look at that. And yeah, you'll get an email with the recording as well. Feel free to share it with your colleagues as well. And yeah, feel free to WhatsApp us now. You have our number now. You have our business number, so feel free to to WhatsApp us here. And yeah, if you need anything as well, you can always message RecConnect as well. They have our details. We're not going anywhere. So yeah. If you have no other questions, I'll just leave the QR code up here, for you to scan it. And if you have no other questions, then feel free to enjoy the day. Hope to see you soon, guys.
Yeah.